Okay. Hello. Um. Okay. Yeah. No. Let's start with the head. This is gonna be for a full body. This is basically just how I would draw it. First things first, I would start with the head, which I need you. Hold on. I need my favorite brush. I'd start with the head. You can just make a circle. Which, by the way, that we're doing the sketch first. Don't care about how the sketch looks. Genuinely, it can look like big poo poo, and that's fine, because we're gonna draw over it anyways. But we start with the head. And then we're gonna do the body. Oh, that's their chest. This here to represent their rib cage, like like this part here is their rib cage. Hmm. And then a line for their spine, which should go through here and here and here. It's just like a general line to follow. Yeah. And then the hips. I just put two lines. You just want to make sure it's about one head size. For here. I'm actually gonna make it a little bit shorter. Not to be like that. There you go. This hips. And then we're gonna put the shoulders. Because that's where the shoulders are gonna be. I just realized their neck might be a little long, but that's fine. It will go from the top middle of the head to down. This will be their chin. Be very mindful of how big their chin is. Hmm. Uh, you just basically want to make a curved line. Yeah, you just want to make a little smiley face. Then you gotta put your smiley face. Yeah. And then you want to do the same thing here. For more masculine faces, you might want their jaws to be square. Maybe not like Minecraft Steve square, but you can round that out. A lot of the time, I don't do chicken scratching like this to draw. I'll get a general shape by just drawing the same shape over and over, and then I'll get like you can tell where the perfect circle is in there. It's this line here. Uh, what am I going? Oh yeah. Okay. And then we're gonna do their arms. I don't have any specific pose in mind, so we'll do them in the A pose. Because ah, ah. And then no, I just get two lines, and then I'll do a triangle for their hand, because triangles. And then I'll do the neck and go whoop, which is just a line but slightly curved inward. Yeah, slightly curved that way. I go whoop, whoop. And then I'll make another line, go into the edge of the shoulders, and then I'll basically outline the shoulders a little bit. I don't. Oh, yep, there you go. And you'll notice how everything is literally made out of a smiley face or like a slightly curved line. That's what a lot of drawing is. obviously I'm not doing really any perspective into this because, yeah, I did that on the fridge though. Eh. Uh, you get the shoulders, and you will hopefully it'll look more like a person. And then, I forgot what these are called, but yeah. And then we got the little top half of the body generally, and then we'll focus on the hips and thighs and stuff. So between where our spine is and the start of here, I'll sometimes connect these together. They give me a more general, I don't know, thing, general stomach area. Give them their six pack. Ugh. And then from here and here, I'll connect these together basically, and it'll basically just be two smiley faces, or three actually, because I'll go here, and then I'll make another line this way, so it makes them look more curvy. And then we'll do basically the same thing, which things don't have to look symmetrical. They just gotta be slightly proportional. Oh my god, they are thick as heck. Um, and that's fine. And then, uh, I don't know. I don't remember how. Every single time I lose myself here, because then you gotta connect the body. Make another smiley faces here, and again, but from here to here. Yay! Generally, generally, I don't remember. I seem to lose myself whenever I'm explaining stuff. But you know what? Yeah, that's fine. Maybe we can erase a little bit. Maybe I'll cut this part out. I don't know. Because also drawing is like being good at drawing isn't just being able to go like, ooh, ooh, this is a dragon, and being able to draw it all in like one thingy. It's about putting layers together and shit. Yay! And then arms, and then I go what, what? But I normally avoid arms by giving them clothes, because I know how to draw clothes. Mhm. A line here, and then another line here, and then a line here, and another line here, line here, and here. And you'll notice the hands look a little bit strange, but don't worry, because actually here I'll keep this straight. But don't worry, because it's just a sketch. And you don't gotta be worried about how the sketch looks. Ain't no one gonna see that. They're only gonna see the finished result. Yeah. Basically, everything I make is either out of curved lines or a triangle. Uh, for this, I just have overlapping triangles, so we have like one here, and then one here, and then one here, and then one here, and then we'll have a line here or something. And beautiful. Boop. Because really, the sketch only needs to be readable to you. And oh yeah, let's put the ears. Yeah, here, let's focus on the face for a little bit. Uh, Here I put the ears around this mark, or like the start of the ears, which is basically just a circle. Depending on what type of ears. It'll be like that. Or, oh, I like to draw my ears. More elf mode. Like that. Like that. Yay! Yeah. Mm, yeah, no, we'll get the ears. I think I made them smaller. That's fine. And then on a different layer, I'll do a lot of everything else. Like we'll do the face. I think you can generally tell where stuff should go. Like there's like cross section here. You want to put your eyes. So like eye here, and then nose at the intersection here. I don't really know how you want to make a nose, so I'll just do it how I do it. Yay! And then a mouth would be here. Beautiful. Uh, yeah. But that's where you should place your stuff. So we'll get an eye going, right? And then another one. I think that's pretty off-centered. Let's put that there. Yeah, they're pretty much like the same place. We got a little pupil, and then another little pupil. Which, by the way, if your person's looking at like an object over here, their their left eye over here is gonna be facing less. It's not gonna be all the way to the other section of the eye like over here. It's gonna be a little bit further here, and then the right eye is gonna be closer because they have more ways to look, or more of a way to look. Yeah, I don't know if that makes any amount of sense, but trust. Fill in their eye a little bit. Add a little bit of a beautiful sparkle. They're beautiful. And then we'll add the nose. Boop. I had to do an upside down triangle. And then we'll do a mouth. We'll smile. Yep. And you'll notice that they look really bald. They look bald and naked. The Which we're gonna move the face slightly up. Or slightly this way more. Keep our beautiful pixels. Which honestly, reposition your eyes. They're probably looking all goofy because my eyes will look a little goofy. And you want to make sure the face looks beautiful because that's where most people are attracted to the first. Second of that is the thighs or the chest or the hands. People really like to look at the hands. And then we can do hair. Hair, I mainly make out of like this or this or this. I know, right? Or maybe even this or even that. I know, everything is like a curved shape. Isn't that crazy? But I'll go from the top of their head. We'll go right here. And this is where where their hair be growing from. So I'll do a curved line and then a curved line, and then I'll go and connect them. And then if you can get decent enough at it, you can just do this. Uh, What? Jet, single line. What? Oh my god. What? Whoa. Did you see that? Oh my gosh. Uh, and I've always struggled with hair actually. So I would get really rage baited by Jade because she would show me how to do it, and it was just like, Cody, you just have to go with the flow. I was like, what does that mean? I don't know what that. So hopefully, that is relatable to some sense. That's like curly hair, kinda almost. Okay. Yeah. I don't really know what else to do. I'll just keep drawing this until it becomes something, and then maybe you can look at what I'm doing. 'Cause what I do is pretty simple. Mm. A lot of times it's just me smoothing out things. Mhm. Um, I guess let me tell you about some tips. Uh, did I already do this one? Oh yeah, no. Whenever you're following a tutorial, just copy it like one to one first, and then actually try to apply stuff next time. And when I mean apply stuff, is like, maybe start making stuff. Maybe stop caring about your sketch. You could just go like, oh, this is a head, this is a body, this is their little chest. Boom, and their hips are right here. Boom, boom, boom. Connect these. Oh, that's their leg, and that's their leg, and this part's their leg again. And then they're like, boom, 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 triangle, 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 boom. Oh, the peace sign, no way. Boom, boom, boom. Oh my God, my drawing's so beautiful. What? You gotta stop caring about it because stuff like that can turn into stuff like this. Eh, eh, beautiful. Like, also, like, I didn't care about how this sketch went at all when I was doing it. Because if we take away all the layers and stuff, and then, wait, wait, oh, yeah, here's the original sketch. Like, it did not look like anything. Like, see how goofy proportion the head is, and how it's cut off, and how badly drawn this hand is. Like, I just needed the general shape of everything. Like, in what world does this ever look like a hand? There's a bunch of random scribbles. Boop. Oh, shoot, I think I gave him two arms. Uh-oh. Well, like, it doesn't matter for the sketch. Even though sometimes the sketch can't actually be looking good. Um, I guess the rest of this is just gonna be me drawing and talking about drawing. Um, so what I'm doing right now, I don't even know. I'm just like smoothing out stuff and giving stuff more detail. And then it looks like even what I just did, I wouldn't even draw the rest of the arms like this because I kind of suck at drawing the arms. Like, ooh, boy, but that's fine. Um, I get very bad at drawing whenever I know someone else is gonna see it. But yeah, everything in a one layer. Oh yeah, wait, yeah. I should say, make layers for everything that you think will be actually important. Like for example, clothes. Um, we're not gonna use green. Green doesn't show up. I use purple. We're not gonna use purple. It's too much. Like, I wanna make them wear a maid dress. Uh, yeah. Hold on, I don't remember how maid dresses actually go, but I know they're kind of like. We're gonna look it up. Maid dress. Maid dress. Really the toughest fit of them all. Yeah, this is our reference image. Our very compressed reference image. Like it, but also, yeah. Also, you gotta think more. Holy moly! I just said also. You gotta think more three-dimensional. Like you know for a fact that your chest is kind of like a big circle or spear. And you know how like a spear goes outward and stuff. You gotta reflect that in the clothing because the clothing is wrapping around your body. So curve it with it. Your ear. Your, you know what? Because they're more of a scrap there. I'll go. Oh, oh, oh. Where actually, that'd probably be like here. Because that's where this part is, I think. Mm, and for oh yeah, for like folds in the fabric, just use triangles. You know, they won't look very good at first, but I think you'll get the hang of it. Like look how shitty this looks. But that's okay, because it's our sketch. That's what's beautiful about it. I don't actually know how to draw clothing right now. I'm scared. This isn't the normal maid uniform I draw. Oh, this is at the bottom of the rib cage actually. Don't be afraid to just erase your art or entirely restart the thingy, because sometimes you do just need a fresh mind. Yeah. Which I find it crazy that people will try to redraw my stuff. Like, that is so flattering. Ole mole. And I was talking to another artist friend of mine, and he was talking about how he wants to draw like me when bro is really good at drawing already. Or he wants to create stuff like me. Because the main thing he does is copy, and he was like, Cody, I want to be like you because I have trouble creating my own original things, but I'm damn good at copying. Bro is beautiful at copying. Mm. He made a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure thing, and it was so beautiful, so mystical and magical. I like that. Like, the more I draw this, the more visual noise it is. But you're the only person that needs to understand the sketch. And you got this. Like, look how actually decent that Maydrift looks now. With the goofy sketch. Where are we? Yeah. And if you want more examples of how to draw a body, um, I think it was this one. Oh yeah, this one. This is more female body. Hmm. And I got them in a better pose and stuff. Because like all I did is start with the head here. Good. Start with the head, and then the body again, and then I did a spine, and then I did the hips. Triangle. I don't know if I told you about the triangle. Yeah, but yeah. And here. And the reason why this shoulder is indented is because it's behind the rib cage. Like, well, I mean, yeah, kind of like how it's behind your rib, basically. And it's more beside it, but you know. And then I just went line, 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 line. It is good to have a reference image, but I don't know, sometimes I just don't be doing that. Lord. Wait, Booba. Booba, I don't really know. But go from like here-ish on the ribs. Yeah, here-ish on the ribs, basically near the shoulder marks. And then you go Booba. Booba is just like water droplet on car windshield. It's also nice to not be scared of drawing people because oh my god, naked people. They're not naked. They're just not done existing yet. Yeah, well, look at them. They're beautiful. And like there's them without clues. I know they look naked. Ah! And then with clues. Ooh, beautiful. I still haven't finished this one, but I'm getting there eventually. But like you gotta get your references up. Like I wanted colors like this funny little cat here and watermelon Miku. That's so dumb. And Rouse. And then I just getting clothing inspiration for style and stuff. And, and like a mask because originally I wasn't gonna draw them, which they're an assassin. Oh, yeah. Look, this is I think this is how I used to draw actually. But it's definitely interesting because I would just do a circle for the head, we have a box for their chest, and then we have like a triangle here. And then still the same spine though. I always had the spine in mind, which is also like my motion lines, which I think you've probably heard of that. And then I'll just use the top of these what is this got a rectangle? I'd use the top of the rectangles as my shoulders, which it doesn't really matter how you draw a person as long as they look good. They don't even have to be anatomically correct or proportional because I don't know. I mean, obviously, you should probably keep them proportional generally, but you know. Oh, yeah, but look at these hands. I like these hands. Kind of beautiful. Thank you for my TED Talk. Uh, uh, ah!